Hi, I'm Tim,
I'm Lizzie.
and this is To Play,
Or not.
To Play, a show about board games for two players.
Whose tastes may differ.
Hi! Today we are looking at our top 10 favourite games of all time that we like to play as two-player games with each other. So some of them are not specifically two-player games. They are able to support more players, but we're looking at them as two-player games. Quick proviso as well, we are not including any games that have a minimum requirement of
More than two.
more than two. So yeah, for instance, in my top 10 for sure I'd have Betrayal House on the Hill,
Alright.
because I love that game, but minimum 3 players. So we've had,
Yeah.
we've played it with other people, but not as a couple. So this being a 2-player game review channel, not counted. So that's one proviso. I think that's, and the other proviso is we've not played every game in the world.
No.
we are only a normal
True.
married couple, so we don't have like thousands of games. So there are probably lots of games that should be in our top 10, but we've never played
These are the
them.
ones, the top 10 out of the ones we've played so far.
The ones we own, basically.
And there's quite a few of them.
Yeah. Okay, so without further ado, let's get to it. We've not seen each other's lists either, so this is going to be quite surprising. Okay, let's begin. Okay, so my number 10 is a game that we bought probably a good few years ago now, and I was a bit wary about it because it kind of comes across as a bit of a roll and move game, which obviously is a bit of a big no-no in the cool games world. But yeah.
I like roll and move.
Well, I know you do. But anyway, so this game I bought specifically because of the theme, and I love this theme. I'm sure it comes up quite a few times in our game reviews, and in fact in my top 10 it might come up more than once, I'm not sure. And the game is Luxor.
Alright.
Which one now? So we,
What now?
we played it quite a while ago. As you know, it's not recently we played it. But one of my top 10 games. I really like this game because it's very simple. It's kind of family level game.
It's Egypt, is it?
Yeah, it's a
you
proper
love
sort of
Egyptian,
it's a
yeah.
proper family board game in the kind of traditional Monopoly type sense in my
it
mind.
is, yeah.
But it's got.
Come back to me now.
I don't know if you remember. There's a really cool game mechanic where you start with 5 cards, and they're movement cards, so like dice numbers in a way, and you have to take one of the outside edge cards, so the right hand most or the left hand most card, lay that, and that's your movement. So it might be 5, and you move one of your pawns. You've got a couple of pawns, 5, and then you draw back up. And that goes into the middle. So if whatever you draw back up goes into the middle of your 5 cards, and then the 2 outside cards then become your available movement cards. Yeah, you obviously can't remember this, but yeah, that's such a cool mechanic. And the other weird thing about the game, or not weird but unusual, and I like it, is as you pass certain points on the board, it's like a spiral path where you aim to get 2 of your explorers into the middle, into the tomb in the middle. The first. When 2 players get in there, it's game over. But as you get to certain points, you pass, I think they're Anubis statues. As you pass Anubis statues, you're allowed to bring another explorer onto the board at the sort of start point. So you can end up with more than 2, 3, 4. I can't remember what the maximum is, but so you've got more players on.
And then more bells, more you talk.
And every time you land on a square, sometimes there's treasure, sometimes there's action, sometimes there's things that move you forward and move you back, whatever. All that sort of normal standard family level board game stuff, but you collect sets of treasures, and that gives you sort of extra movement. I don't know. I can't
see why it's in your top 10.
But yeah, I love it. It's a really cool little game. We need to get it to the table again because it's been a while. But anyway, there you are. Luxor, my number 10.
Very good.
Thank you.
My number 10, I think we've only played it a couple of times, once or twice maybe, but I do remember really enjoying playing it.
You've not managed to badger me to get it back to the table then, obviously.
No. It's like area control game.
Right. Yeah.
And I think it's also a bit of a set collection game.
Yeah.
It's a game, the one thing I like about it, or one of the things I like about it, is it's got 2 phases in the game.
2 phases.
So I just tell you what it is.
Yeah, say what it is.
It's Blue Lagoon.
Blue Lagoon. Do you know that was on the tip of my tongue? Blue
Was it
Lagoon.
really?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, right.
When you said 2 phases, I was thinking, oh, it could.
Because like the first phase is kind of exploration where you're discovering this new island. It's really pretty, isn't it?
Yeah,
Nice,
yeah.
new-
Nice colours.
Newly discovered island.
Yeah.
All like tropical blue seas. Oh,
Imagine that.
imagine that.
Imagine that in lockdown.
Anyway. So exploration, and then the second phase is like a settlement phase where you take all or most of the things off the board again and then you start again.
Oh yeah. Vaguely
And I like
remember that. Yeah.
angle of it as well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I remember
enjoyed
enjoying the game.
Yeah.
It's quite a simple game, I think, but
And to remember enjoying it, I've even playing it only once or twice.
yeah, we have only played it. Yeah,
It's-
probably twice,
it's-
maybe.
Yeah, it's
Probably
stuck
a
in my
good
mind as
year
a good
ago.
one.
Yeah, so I think I did enjoy that game. I think it's very
We'll have to play it again soon.
very
then.
very simple, if I remember.
Yeah,
So
but
yeah, it's got-
pretty.
but and a lot of strategy
Yeah,
sort of possibilities. Yeah.
but very good.
Cool, nice one. Number 10. Okay, my number 9 is a bit of a, I'd say dice game, but not in the general sense of a dice game.
Okay.
It's a very colourful game.
Oh, I know.
It's a game called Sagrada. Now, you've been there, in fact.
I have been there.
You've been
I have
to this.
seen Sagrada Familia.
Yeah. No, I've not been there. She went with another person.
My mum.
Her mum. So, anyway, so in Sagrada, basically you're trying to build beautiful stained glass windows, and you're trying to achieve sets of colours in a row and a column, and trying to also achieve like a secret agenda card that you've got,
Oh, yeah.
just to gain points, and it's basically the one that gets the best filled their little card, which is a little indented thing where your dice fit in. Really, really sweet game. Really
Yeah.
neat mechanics. Very,
Pretty,
very
isn't it?
pretty on the
Pretty.
table. Yeah, it's a very nice.
It's like a calming game, but also it's quite taxing as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just think it's like it's pretty and calm and colourful, but
Yeah.
also you've got to keep thinking about
Yeah, very much.
the
Yeah.
tactics.
Yeah. So there we go. Simple
good.
and fun. Sagrada,
Yes.
my number 9.
Very good. My number 9 is a puzzle game featuring the thing I love the most:
Dogs.
animals.
And okay.
Close.
Close.
This is Barron Park.
Barron Park. Bear.
Bears.
Okay.
Bear.
Okay.
You have to build your own bear park.
Yes,
really.
you do.
I can't really fully remember whether it's like a Tetris thing where you got to fit them
It
in
is, yeah.
a certain grid, haven't you?
Yeah.
But you've got to you get more points if you have better enclosures and better outdoor areas for the bears to play in.
Yeah.
Certain things for them to do. And I really like that one. It's really cute, isn't it?
Again, been a while since we
bears.
played it.
Yeah.
Because
Again, it's
we've
quite a
got
simple game.
very simple but very pleasing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty to look at.
I with you, I can't remember exactly
There's
the kind of
ones where if you put part of your tile on a construction cone or a construction digger,
Yeah.
you get another extra part of the park to
okay.
build on.
Oh right, yeah.
So
It
it's better
expands
to
your.
build it sooner rather than later type thing.
Yeah.
The quicker you build it, the better it is.
Sure.
So yeah, that's also so it's like Sagrada in a way where it's pretty to look at.
Yeah.
But you've also got to think a bit as well.
Yeah.
And there's bears in it.
Fair enough.
I mean, why not?
Okay, my number 8 is a game which may be on your list.
Really?
Yeah, it possibly could be in your top 10.
Well, I've got to do a poker face now, whether it is or not.
It's a specifically two-player
I haven't
game.
got a good poker face.
Actually, I say specifically two-player game. It's a two-player game, but you can also team it, so you can have 2 teams. But I think it's intended as a two-player game. Anyway, it's my kind of pick as a proper. Don't attack me in the comments for this, but a proper war game.
War game?
But it's a war game, as in it's a game about war, as opposed to a sprawling war game. So it's Memoir 44.
Right.
So poker face. So Memoir 44, brilliant game. Obviously, it's a World War II game in a kind of head-to-head chess match really. It's literally I'm attacking you, you're attacking me on a playing field. Not playing field, but a field of play. They are specifically proper World War II scenarios, so things that happened in World War II.
But I can see why you think I like it, because I like everything to do with the World War.
Well, exactly, yeah. And I know you did enjoy it. Again, it's been a while since we played this one. Fairly straightforward. You've got 3 sections to the board: left, middle, right. You get cards in your hand that allow you to move your troops or tanks or whatever. Left, middle, right. And you just basically make your movements trying to attack and win. The first person to win as many medals wins the game for that scenario. Pretty straightforward, nice and easy to play. All the cards are fairly self-explanatory as to what they do.
Bit of strategy.
Simple game to pick up, but very, very good. Very thematic.
I'd play it again.
Yeah, you did enjoy playing it, I remember specifically. But anyway, that's my number 8.
Very good.
Memoir 44.
My number 8 is completely different. Completely different. It's a card game with exploration involved and some puzzles. It's a cooperative game, which I do like. I like cooperative games, like team games. And they are inspired by one of our other great loves, escape rooms.
Oh.
It's the Unlock.
Okay.
Escape Adventures, I think they're called.
Yeah. Whole series of them.
Yeah, the one we've got is like 3 games in one box.
We've got a couple of those.
Have we?
In fact. Yeah. We played about 6 of those. I think.
There's some that are a bit more confusing than others, but I remember a few we've played are really good. There's you kind of combine cards, don't you? To you search rooms on the cards, and you solve the riddles.
This is the one that is just a deck of cards, isn't it?
It's just a deck of cards. Yeah. And you go through, and it says if you want to go for this door, you find the card number 7, and you look in number 7, and you've gone for the door. Yeah. Then you combine objects, like you can find a card with a locked door on it, and then you stumble across a card with a key, and then you combine the numbers of those 2 cards, meaning that you've unlocked the door.
Right.
That kind of thing.
There's an app as well, isn't it? It comes with it.
It gives you hints.
There are puzzles that you need to solve.
You've got to enter codes onto the app.
That's right. Yeah.
And it has a theme music on the app as well.
And a timer.
Yes.
Quite a neat little package. Considering it's just a pack of cards.
And if you like escape rooms and puzzles and riddles, I highly recommend that.
We like escape rooms because we actually own and run one.
We do.
Or 2.
Not at the moment in lockdown.
No.
But we do.
Oh, well done. Yeah, good choice. So all the Unlock series, basically.
Yeah, basically all of them. Yeah,
some are. I mean, again, this is one of the things we're bundling up packages of games if there are various versions of that game.
Most of them. Well, you think you can get them singly, but we've been buying a set of 3 in one.
Yeah.
But they're very good.
Excellent. Good choice. Okay, my number 7, purely coincidental.
Unlock.
No crossover yet.
No crossover.
This is a game, again, specifically 2-player. There is a more than 2-player version, but we played a 2-player version. It's about building magnificent structures, and it's 7 Wonders Duel at number 7. Weirdly,
okay. I didn't know my top 10.
Did it not? Oh, spoilers! Really, I'm surprised. Not. So yeah, this is a great game. This is the 2-player specific version of 7 Wonders. So it plays a little bit differently. 7 Wonders itself, there's that kind of, you pass your cards to the next player at the same time, whereas in 7 Wonders Duel, you basically pick a card and deal with it, yourself in your own time. So a slightly different way of playing. It plays really well. Very, very sneaky game. You can
see why it's on my top 10 playing with you.
Yeah, you can play this very,
Usually
very,
win.
very slyly, this game. I like it a lot. It's very the artwork's gorgeous on it. Again, it's
You're very good at it.
a good theme. Well, you beat me the last time we played it, if I remember rightly. Yeah, I think so. In fact, the last two times.
Sure luck then.
But anyway, good game. Really enjoy it, and it's quite a small package. Nice little 2-player game.
Very pretty.
I think we take it on holiday every time we go on holiday. If I remember rightly, it's been so long.
The illustrations I remember being very good.
Yeah, really nice. Good game. Well played. Excellent. Number 7, Seven Wonders Duel.
My 7, I've written down here, we've only played this once, I think.
Really?
But I really enjoyed the premise of the game. I've not seen that premise before.
Right.
I've written down card game and set collection.
Okay.
And you draft cards to build fantastic kingdoms, and it's played over 3 rounds, and you score after each round. Nothing yet? This is Tides of Time.
Tides of Time. Yeah.
So yeah, you score after each round, but it's based on particular suits, like if you've got the most cards with the red symbol on.
Yeah.
So there is some tactics in there. It's not just building cards, placing cards down and scoring for them. It's something like if you've got, as I say, the most red cards or a certain type of card.
Yeah, they've got little symbols on. You mean if they
Yeah.
this is the one with it's just like 18 cards or something like that.
Yeah, you only get a certain amount of cards, and you play the same cards over each round. You keep one back.
Yes,
each round.
and you when in your hand you take one and then pass, or you take 2 and then pass them to your partner.
Yeah.
And they take what they want and pass. Yes.
But one great thing about it is the illustrations are really nice, aren't they? Like really far off, fantastic places.
Yeah.
And yeah, really nice. I like the fact that you use the same cards over again. You kind of re-pick the same cards up.
Yes, yeah.
And you play it again. Then you pick them up and play it again.
Yeah.
And it's not just to say just scoring because I've got more cards than you. It's you're looking at particular. There are tactics.
It swings back and forth if I remember right, because of the way you're aiming to collect a certain symbol or have the most castles or something like that.
Yeah.
But as you're trying to aim for that, the other person is kind of snookering you, and you have to change your tactic because they're. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, good game. Very
tactics mixed with really nice cards as well.
I think you're right. I think we have only played it once, or in one session. We might play it once or twice. Well, it is. To be fair, I like it. It might be in my top 10.
Very good. Highly recommended.
Number 7. Alrighty, so my number 6 is a very, 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 very popular game. Big family game. One of the ones that's going to sell forever and become a big Monopoly and Cluedo beater. No, I mean in as much as they're world famous games that everybody owns. This is one that you're going to find in your granny's closet in 50 years' time.
Yeah, probably.
And it's Ticket to Ride.
Oh no.
So specifically, I like Ticket to Ride Europe, but this obviously includes all the Ticket to Rides, including there's a couple of little 2-player ones that we've got, New York and London. But Ticket to Ride generally, and so Ticket to Ride Europe is what I'm going to specifically talk about. What a fantastic game! Obviously,
you like trains, don't you?
Yeah, it doesn't. But it's just the mechanic of it is glorious. It's basically just rummy, you're collecting sets to play sets to lay your trains to get points. Yeah, it's just a fantastic game. It looks beautiful.
It's pretty cool going across the
world, your little trains going across the fantastic. What a game. It's a great game. Yeah. I can't really say much about it because everybody kind of knows it and everybody likes it, surely.
Might not know it.
Surely.
Might not.
Well, we'll do a review on it then soon.
All right. It's all right. We'll play it soon.
Thank you. Yeah, to be fair, we don't play it that often because it's kind of so mainstream in a way. So, but what a game!
I like the New York one as well.
Yeah, I mean that's good because that's 10 minutes to play, isn't it? And we quite often say, if we've got time to.
We played that probably more than the Europe one.
Yeah, because it's quick. Yeah, because it's quick. True enough. But anyway, my number, where are we? 6. Ticket to Ride. Thank you.
My number 6 is a cool little game. It's a cool little word game.
Is it poker dice? No, word game, sorry.
Word game.
Okay.
It's probably the closest to like a mainstream game that my family would play.
I know what it is.
All right.
I'm guessing. Well, I might be wrong.
Forget your Boggle and forget your Scrabble.
Oh, it's not Boggle, okay.
I played Paperback.
Paperback, I knew it.
Did you know it?
Yeah, I did.
Well, it's a word game.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it's based on a premise where we're comic writers.
You're supposed,
Book writers.
Well, yeah,
like
paperback.
horror.
Paperback writers.
But yeah. It's a certain genre, isn't it?
They seem to be kind of like sci-fi type schlock horror type things.
Yeah, and you basically have to try and build bigger and better words each time to get more points, to get more letters, to make better words, to get more points, basically. And I like the fact that some of the cards I've written down here, if this is the first letter, you get 2 extra points. So if you get letter T, you have to try and think of a word beginning with T to get more points. Yeah, I like that premise. And the illustrations are very cool. It's like a comic vibe from it.
Yeah, it's
the front,
they're very like 1960s kind of comic-y.
Yeah, they're really cool.
This, I think this was for you. This was one of the first, like a deck building game, a bit like Dominion, Where
you had loads of cards in your hand.
Yeah, so you start with is it 5 cards? I think something like that. You start with 5 cards.
But you pick them up again.
Yeah, you're aiming to get. Yeah, you play them down and you pick them, and that is this kind of deck building thing where you're making your deck bigger and better and stronger, because you're eventually aiming to build 8 and 9 letter words and all that, which obviously you can't do when you start with 5 cards.
And you put, like,
so you so you build up and build up and build up. So that deck building thing was I think this was the first one we played for you as a deck builder, and it kind of gets across that idea that you can reuse your cards and you are building it up, and so because it's words or letters, because it's letters and you're building them up into a bigger stock of letters, that is very easy to grasp. When you go straight into, say, Dominion, any other deck building game, it is a weird concept that you're constantly reusing those cards and they're not getting spent.
And playing word games with you, like, if I never win Scrabble against you, because you just make these words I've never heard of, unless they're not real words. With Paperback, I've got a chance. I think I'd have one Paperback against you, because it's more of the tactics based in it, and trying to get more points. I can have really like a smaller word than yours, but I get more points because I put the right letters in the right places.
Yeah. The bonus sort of.
Yeah,
correct. Yeah,
so that's really good. I like that one.
Yeah, I like that game. Good game.
Number 6.
Nice choice. Alrighty then, so my number 5. I really, really, really like this game. We played this relatively recently. It's got a bit of a pirate theme.
Oh, I know.
So Jamaica is my number 5. What a great game. Again, this is...
you did like this one.
This is a traditional board game, It feels like the sort of game you get at Christmas. You go around like board. I mean, it's a racing game. Yeah. To a certain extent, but it's like a plundering treasure game as well.
It looks really good as well.
Yeah, it looks beautiful. The colours are lovely.
Yeah,
the sort of the islands and the blue sea and all that stuff. So a really nice looking game on the table, and you've got weird pirate ships and
you got
treasures
to
plunder.
You've got the black ships chasing as well, isn't it?
Yeah,
the 2-player.
Yeah.
Isn't it that they have the ever go as well?
Yeah. It's in all. It's again, this supports more players, but you can play as the 2. So, but what a lovely game! I really enjoy playing this. It's a very, very balanced game because it is relatively luck heavy in a way, but
dice
but you can kind of mitigate your dice.
It's
you roll
your cards.
No, you roll a dice, remember, and you put them in the middle and you play night and day. But but you can.
You assign something to that dice, that dice, isn't it? So it's a bit of
you can move it.
Tactics.
Yeah, you can move it front and back to this to choose whichever card you've got, so you can swap the dice.
But there is dice involved.
Yeah, there is, and then there's dice where you.
So rather than just rolling dice and moving that many spaces. That's quite good.
Move the dice to choose which card to move and all that stuff, and also then you can fight each other and steal each other's treasure.
Yes.
Which again is
I tend to just run away from you, and you're just like, come get me treasure.
But yes, what a lovely game! Really enjoy it.
Yeah, really good.
Thoroughly recommend this game. Jamaica.
My number 5 is a bit different to that one.
Still no crossovers. Okay.
This is a game with great theme, which I love. I love a good mystery. It's a game that's not really got a board. You just get a case file. This is Sherlock Holmes Consulting Detective.
Nice choice.
As I say, you don't get a board, there's no dice. You get a book, a case book, and there is a conversation between Watson and Sherlock and yourself, and there's a crime that's happened, and you have to go solve it.
Nice.
Off you go.
End of.
End of.
Game over.
You get a directory with people's names in, and businesses and pubs and whatever, and that kind of thing. And yeah, you think, what can I do? Should I go and see the widow? Should I go and see the crime scene?
It's like a choose your own adventure.
It is, yeah. And then, so if you want to go and see Mr. Jones, who you think might be a suspect, look at Mr. Jones in the directory, get the number for him, go to your casebook, and the number entry for him, it will have your conversation with Mr. Jones.
Nice.
And then you can go on to the next thing. Oh, he always gives me a clue there about something, so I'll go investigate that. And I like that you can just sit on the sofa with a cup of tea, with your case file, and you've got your pen and paper making notes. You've got to solve the crime.
Yeah, we quite often play it sat on the sofa, don't we? So yeah, I like it. Good choice.
Very good.
Okay, so my number 4 is another big board game. I like that sort of classic board game thing. And this is a Days of Wonder one, so glorious production, lots of pieces, lots of bits, very colourful, big square board with lots of treasure on, and this is called Relic Runners.
All right.
Oh, okay. I fooled you then.
Yeah, you did.
Okay, so Relic Runners. Again, you've played this a couple of times. You weren't 100% sure about it, but I know you do enjoy it. It's a hard game to get into because there's a lot going on. It looks very simple, but it is quite in depth. There's a lot more layers to it than you would initially imagine.
Keep talking, it's going to ring a bell.
Yeah, and basically there's a big jungle, and there are treasures around the jungle, and you have to make paths to it. It's a bit like a cross between Catan and Ticket to Ride. You know, where you're laying out little pieces of your path, and then you have to go via your path to get to a treasure and then claim it. And you can't use each other's paths, and it's a very convoluted sort of system and stuff. And you get down different layers of treasures, and there are some fantastic little pieces in it. The actual
they were good, weren't they?
The actual master treasures that you find are just wonderful. It's just such a good game because it's that typical big production board game, and I like that. You know, it's a very sort of let's all play this at Christmas type game, which is kind of where that's my love of board games. Comes from, you know, that getting around the table at Christmas with the family. So I did like it. Number 4, Relic Runners.
My number 4 is, well, what can I say? It's a classic. This is what I thought you were going to say when you said Ticket to Ride. About it being in your granny's attic in 50 years.
I think I know what this will be then.
We've even played this game in the city of its name.
I didn't get it.
We've played Carcassonne. In Carcassonne in France. Cool.
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah, so it's Carcassonne and the whole Carcassonne family.
Right, yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, all
there
the
are
different versions there.
Aren't there?
Yeah.
It's a very well-known tile laying game, and you're claiming land, areas, aren't you? Roadways. Cities. Yeah. It's really good. It's a cute little game. It's easy to pick up for like beginners. As well, they can, they would play it. My family would play it.
Well, as you say, it is the classic entry level game, isn't it? Yeah.
I think so. And we always go back to it. We played it many times, and we always go back to it. Let's have a little quick game of Carcassonne.
And there are some nice variants as well. I mean, there are nice, like you say, expansions, but there are also all the kind of standalone. So, like the winter edition.
The winter edition was good. Yeah, nice. Like in the city.
The city, the castle. Yeah. I mean, they're very. On the money, they are Carcassonne games. Yeah. But then some of the expansions are kind of just like I don't know why they're called Carcassonne, apart from the fact they're the same mechanics. So, for instance, Star Wars Carcassonne.
Oh right.
Great game.
Stick to the classic. Carcassonne,
but
definitely. Yeah. And I do like it, even though you usually win because you have some sneaky backdoor move where you've suddenly got
all the land.
My land that I thought I had. You've just suddenly put one tile down and we're all linked up, and you just whip my ass. So But I do still love it, and it's a classic, isn't it?
It's a classic.
My top 9, number 4.
Very good. Alrighty then, so my number 3 is the first crossover of this list. It's been a while coming, and it is Carcassonne.
No way!
Yes! What's the chances?
What's the chances?
So yeah, I agree with you entirely. What a game.
So you both really like it, but you like it just a bit more.
I do. The tile laying thing is just fab. That is such a...
They're really pretty tiles, aren't they, as well?
Carcassonne, the first tile laying game, probably. I think it probably was. But what a glorious, glorious thing to be able to build your board as you go.
And it's a good one for like people like me who aren't particularly a fan of strategy games. Like
it's very
it's a good one to meet
pastoral,
in the middle,
isn't it? It's very nicely gentle, but
it meets us in the middle very well.
Yeah.
Both our different opinions and tastes.
It's a lovely game, really good game. I can't really add anything to your sort of comments about it, really.
Other than it's really good.
It's really good, yeah.
Love it. We've got a soft spot for it, haven't we, really?
Well, yeah, I think, again, it was our first kind of joint board game, because it was that entry-level thing. I think I saw somebody playing it on a Facebook photo, and I thought, wow, that's cool. What's that? And they told me, and I bought it, and we played it, and game on,
cute.
literally.
And the little, what are they called, meeples?
Meeples. That's where the word came from, meeples. Yeah. So, great game. Agree with you 100%, except I'm one step higher. My number 3, Carcassonne, the whole lot. Except for Carcassonne, the dice game, probably. You don't want to know.
My number 3 is another crossover.
No way!
My number 3 is the crossovers.
Carcassonne again?
No. This was, I'm surprised that it's so high in mine and low in yours.
Oh, interesting.
This is the colourful dice game of Sagrada.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. Again, I can't really add much to what you said. It's colourful, really, and I like it as it's like a nice Sunday afternoon, calm, cute game with a bit of thinking involved as well. Mm-hmm. And I love the prettiest dice I've ever seen.
They're lovely,
aren't they?
Yeah, translucent colours.
Yeah, it's like
just
gems.
Want to eat them. Just want to eat them.
Yeah, I think they're like gems. You think they're like sweets. Yeah. But yeah, so really pretty, and again it meets us in the middle. You've got your tactics, and I like it. It's pretty straightforward game as well. And I really like Sagrada.
Nice, good choice. Okay, my number 2 is another exploration game. Seems to be a bit of a theme for me. Again, it's a nice big board, but weirdly, considering it's a big board, you are actually building the board a la Carcassonne as well. You're laying tiles down to expand the board.
What's this game?
And this game is Tikal. Tikal, what a great game! Again, it's got this grandiose feel. It's a big board. It's got lots of colours. It looks fab on the table. You lay out your tiles to kind of expand the board as you go. You're exploring. You find something, and then you can expand that as well by getting different layers. You also build up
your temples.
That's what I mean. You can you can sort of dig. It's a when you first look at it, a bit confusing.
Yeah, headache.
So you get like a little cheat sheet, which even the cheat sheet looks confusing because it's an action point game, and you get 10 action points, and 2 action points will allow you to move. 3 action points will allow you to uncover a temple. 2 action points will allow you to bring another person onto the board.
I think it's
5 action points.
3 to get us some treasure.
Oh yeah, 3 to dig up some treasure if you found treasure. 5 to build a new camp halfway across the board. All this sort of stuff. So when it looks really confusing, but it is fairly simple.
After a few goes.
Yeah, and it's just a really elegant game. I like it, and it flows.
You must like that whole kind of
exploring
temple and the temples and treasures and
I do. Indiana Jones. It's his fault. Yeah, exactly.
Someone loves Harrison Ford.
I do love Harrison Ford. Anyway, I was gazing off into the sunset then. But Tikal, fabulous. My number 2.
My number 2 is very very different again.
No, I've noticed that's not on your top 10 yet, by the way, Tikal.
Oh no,
Carry
on.
Sure
it's my
unless it's your
number
number 1.
My number 2 is a very clever game that has got my love of solving crimes, which I like. hence Sherlock and the escape, like solving mysteries and things. But it's got a touch of tech.
I know it.
It's got a touch of VR.
I know it.
This is Chronicles of Crime.
Good choice.
I do love this game because I do like solving a crime. I like solving a mystery. But this comes with an app that each card has a witness on it, and you want to speak to this person, and it's all done with QR codes.
Yeah.
So you hover your phone over this person, and it tells you what they say, what clues they're going to give you. And the best bit, I think, is you get a little bit of some glasses that you clip onto your phone.
Yeah.
And it like immerses you in this virtual crime scene, and you can actually just scan around virtually.
Yeah, a 3D
a crime scene.
Yeah.
To look for clues, and you take it in turns to look at the same scene. I think you get 30 seconds each, something like that, to quickly find things in the scene, like a bloody knife or whatever, or a letter, that kind of thing. And then you're off. So again, it's like a bit like Sherlock Holmes, where you do what you want to do.
Yeah, choose your own adventure again. Yeah.
You do what you want to do, and you've got to solve it in the quickest time. It's
Again,
quite a big game because you have to lay out all your witnesses and things, don't you? You have to be done on the floor, don't we?
I think we've only got the base game, I think, haven't we?
I mean,
there are lots of expansions for this, and there's a couple that have just come out that are weirdly, considering the tech, based in like the 1300s or something like that.
Oh right.
So I don't know. Anyway, so yeah.
But it's really, again, it's someone like me who maybe prefers more party games, mainstream games, would really like it.
Yeah.
I think because of the whole VR.
Yeah, I think this is because you use that touchstone of whether you can take it to your family. I think you could take this to your family because that tech is quite cool.
I see my dad going like, "Cool, this is cool."
Yeah,
you know, it is.
It is cool.
And then you've also got Solve This Crime as well.
Good choice. Yeah.
So
like it.
I like it a real lot. Number two.
Okay, so finally, number one. My number one is, and I know you can't really think what it is, but as soon as I say it, you'll, yes, of course it is, Small World.
Oh, of course.
Oh,
I forgot completely about Small World.
No build up then, sorry. I couldn't wait to tell you.
I assumed Takao would have been number one, but yeah, of course, Small World.
Small World, what a great game. I love this game.
It's
kind of risk and then some, I guess, and I always liked risk.
It's good. It's clever. Twist how it changes.
Yeah, it's a nice game to play, just kind of trying to control the board and win the battles and stuff like that, just to spread your race across the world. But this multiple changing races and skill sets that they've got, so you get your race, which allows you a certain number of skills, and then the special abilities, and they pair up, which gives you skills and special abilities randomly
and
every
a random
time.
number of only a certain number of
people,
characters
per race,
depending on how much skill they have.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so you can have a very big race, which not much skill, so it's a numbers thing. But then they could match up with a very powerful special ability, and they're like all over the board, fab. Or you can get a very small number of race, and again they get a powerful ability. I just love the randomness of that. So it makes every game completely different.
It's a new game every time,
It really is. And much as when you come to play it, you think this is just going to be the same as the last game, it is nowhere near. And then that unusual mechanic of sort of putting so you don't just get stuck with that race for the whole game. Sort of 3 or 4 goes in, 2 or 3 goes in, you can just put them into decline, and they're still your race, and you can just come in with a whole new race and come sweeping across the board again. What a great game. A really, really well thought out mechanic.
We'll play again soon.
Yeah, but not only that, but it looks great, and it's a really nice.
I love the characters, like the goblins or whatever. Some of them look freaky.
It's really, really, really like it. It's a very, very nice game, very well produced. Yeah. My number one, Small World.
Wow. My number one is different to that again.
Oh, so
we've only had 2 crossovers.
Yeah,
Sagrada and Carcassonne.
Yeah, wow, impressive.
There you go. My number one, I love it. I think we've only played it a couple of times because it's a big game. It takes some time to play it. It's super cool. I think it's super cool. It's a cooperative game, which kind of tells me that I do like cooperative games, because most of these are. Like Chronicles of Crime is cooperative.
True.
So a cooperative game is a deck-exploring game.
Deck-exploring?
Deck-exploring. And basically it's time stories.
Time Stories.
Yay!
Oh, I should have guessed that.
Yeah, you should have.
Oh, sorry.
It's so cool.
Oh, yeah, you like this game a lot.
Yeah, it's like
obviously.
it's like in a spaceship, isn't it?
It's a futuristic, I guess.
Yeah, the spiel is you start at your home base.
Yeah.
And you're given a briefing for your mission.
Yeah.
And then you time travel.
Yeah, nice.
Pretty cool. You time travel to a certain space, space and time.
Yeah.
To go to a certain point, and you have to do your mission.
Yeah.
But you only get a certain amount of time to do the mission.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's
like with the counter.
Spending enough time.
Yeah.
Spending so many cards, and then you have to come back.
Yeah.
So then you go back to your briefing. If you haven't completed the mission in that time, you go back to your home base, and they go, "Well, you didn't do it. You need to go back do it again." But
all resets except for what your knowledge is.
And you go back to the beginning again.
Right.
This time you think, I'm not going to go speak to that guy because that guy shot me.
Yeah,
so I'm not going to speak to him. So, and you learn each time a bit more about what to do. It's, if you want a really easy explanation about it, it's like Source Code, the film.
Good point.
Isn't it?
Very much,
if you know Source Code, the film. What's his name? Jake
Gyllenhaal,
goes on the bus, tries to find a killer. Oh, train.
Train, yeah.
I know the film. He's on the train, and he learns.
That was your first mistake.
More each time he goes back onto the train.
Yeah.
It's like that. But in a board game, it's
so cool. It's a good game.
I love the components, like the cylinders, the players are really cool, and each. Remember the cards are like A to E.
Yeah.
And they have basically it's like a scene, isn't it?
That's right. Yeah, they kind of all laid together to
and
create.
You say, I'm going to look at card A, which is the cupboard. You look at card C, which is the person or whatever, and then you kind of explore. And hope don't run out of time before you have to go back to your home base.
Yeah, I do like this game a lot. It's a good choice. I get frustrated. No, I get frustrated by that sort of. Oh, we didn't quite do it. We'll have to go back and go again.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, I know you. Yeah, I can see why you like it, and it is a great game. It plays really well. There are again a lot of different. I'd say expansions, but missions. No, there's loads, aren't there? Some are probably. Three or four, yeah. But we played them 3 or 4 times each to get to it. Yeah, so. But
you'll almost play it like over a few nights as well. Like you can't play it all in one night.
That's true. Yeah, it's quite a long old game.
It's like a big.
It's
event.
an adventure. Yeah.
Really
it is an event. Yeah,
you're right. It is like a weekend. Have a few drinks.
Yeah. So some of the missions or expansions are better than others, I would think. So I certainly didn't enjoy one of them.
That one was tricky, I think.
But yeah, I get it's a good game. And it's a very good. What a great idea for a board game because you can just change the mission and there's a whole new game. Yeah. But the base components stay the same.
Yeah, or just a different deck of cards.
Yeah, that is a really cool premise. I like it. Good choice.
Love it.
Nice. Number 1, Time Stories. Okay, so there we are. There's our top 10 board games that we like to play as 2 players. Yeah. Mm-hmm. If you've got any comments that you want to leave, please do stick them in the.
Yeah, do you agree?
In the thing. Do you agree? Any that you particularly like that we've missed? Particularly, as I said at the beginning of the countdown, these are games that we own and have played. Mm-hmm. So are there any that we need to buy and play that we've missed out?
If you've had our top 10, you think, oh, they'll love this then.
Yeah, exactly. Please stick it in the comments and we'll check it out.
Yeah, please.
And we'll do a review on it. So thank you very much for watching. A couple of surprises there and only 2 crossovers. Wow.
Yeah, I thought there'd be more.
I thought there'd be more. Okay, so...
Shows how different we are.
Yes. Anyway, let's get small roll out.
All right.
Okay, thanks for watching and we'll see you on the next review.
Bye.
Bye.